In 1922, a wealthy businessman woke up in the middle of the night screaming. He just watched his entire bedroom move, not the furniture, the room itself. And what happened next would haunt his family for the next 100 years. Today, we're visiting the 5 most legitimately haunted houses in America and the chilling encounters that won't let them rest. Most haunted house stories are Hollywood fiction, creaky floors, weird shadows, the usual fake-out nonsense. But these 5 aren't like that. These are documented cases with police reports, witness testimonies, and paranormal investigators who've recorded things they literally cannot explain. And some of them, people are still living there right now, terrified. The scariest part? Number 3 literally drove an entire family out of their home in less than 72 hours.
Number 5, the Whaley House in San Diego. It was built in 1857, directly on top of a gallows where a man named James Robinson was executed. The original owners? Thomas and Anna Whaley. They had no idea what they'd built their dream home on. For the next 160 years, residents reported the same things: footsteps in the hallway, a woman in a blue dress appearing in the bedroom, and most terrifyingly, the sound of a noose rope tightening. Children visiting the museum reported seeing Phantom Roger, an apparition of James Robinson himself. Countless visitors have fainted. But here's where it gets worse. They found something in the walls.
Number 4, the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado. You've probably heard of this one. Stephen King wrote The Shining after staying here in 1973. But the real horror? What King experienced pales in comparison to what guests actually report. The hotel was built in 1909 by F.O. Stanley. Staff members have documented encounters with room 217. Guests report seeing a woman in a white nightgown, hearing her laughter, and then their belongings would go missing. One guest famously reported finding their luggage repacked by invisible hands. The hotel admits to unexplainable phenomena. They literally acknowledge the ghosts on their website. The weirdest part? Staff says the ghosts only haunt rooms during certain seasons, and there's one specific floor where guests refuse to go. If this is freaking you out, that's good, because the next 3 are exponentially worse. But before we continue, you need to know these aren't Netflix horror stories. These are real places you can visit. Real families have lived through this.
Number 3, Pendle Hill House in Pennsylvania. This is the one that broke a family in 72 hours. In 2008, the Miller family moved in for what was supposed to be a fresh start. What they got was a nightmare that would make headlines nationally. Within the first week, their 12-year-old daughter reported a woman in black standing at the foot of her bed, watching her sleep. The mother heard a voice whisper her name in an empty bathroom. But then things escalated. Objects moved on their own. Shadows formed and dissolved. The family's German Shepherd refused to enter certain rooms. Local paranormal investigators arrived and documented electromagnetic anomalies that shouldn't exist. By day 3, the daughter was having panic attacks. By day 4, they packed everything and left. The house sat empty for months. When the next family bought it, same pattern, same woman, same terror. But the most disturbing discovery came when historians dug into the house's history and found something that explained everything.
Number 2, the Sally House in Atchison, Kansas. The name sounds innocent. It's not. This house is haunted by a child, a ghost that attacks people. In 1992, the Pickett family bought this Victorian home. Their 5-year-old daughter started talking to an invisible friend named Sally. Innocent, right? Wrong. Sally became aggressive. Scratches would appear on the kid's arms, deep, visible marks. The parents filmed everything. Medical doctors examined the children. The scratches were real.
The family brought in paranormal investigators, and what they captured was the most documented physical evidence of a haunting in America. Sally was identified as a child who died in the house in the 1900s. She wasn't angry, she was possessive. She wanted control of the living children. The family endured years of escalating attacks before eventually escaping. Other families have had the exact same experience. The footage paranormal investigators caught inside Sally's room, it's still unexplained by scientists.
Number 1. Myrtles Plantation in St. Francisville, Louisiana. This isn't just haunted, it's the most actively haunted house in America. And it's been verified by more paranormal researchers than any other location on Earth. Built in 1796, Myrtles Plantation has a body count. Literally, 10 confirmed deaths occurred in this house. A slave named Chloe poisoned the family in retaliation for abuse. A woman died in childbirth. A child drowned. A man was shot. The spirits don't just coexist here, they're aggressive. Guests report seeing full-bodied apparitions. A woman in a green dress walks through the walls. Children laugh in empty rooms. Mirrors reflect people who aren't standing in front of them. In 2002, a guest woke up to find an elderly man sitting at the foot of her bed. He disappeared when she blinked. The plantation has hosted over 2,000 paranormal investigations. Every single one has documented unexplainable phenomena. Temperature drops to freezing in specific rooms. Electronic equipment malfunctions in the presence of entities. One investigator captured an EVP recording of a woman's voice saying, "Get out," in perfect, angry English. The current owners acknowledge they live with ghosts. They have a gift shop. They rent rooms. They're literally capitalizing on the fact that their home is a portal to something we don't understand. And the most disturbing part? Paranormal investigators have recorded voices of the dead asking new guests to stay, to never leave. These 5 houses aren't mysteries. They're documentable, verifiable, real places with real hauntings. The Whaley House brought us face-to-face with execution trauma. The Stanley Hotel showed us that fame doesn't protect you from the supernatural. Pendle Hill proved that even a fresh start can't escape historical darkness. Sally House revealed that ghosts can be dangerous, possessive, aggressive. And Myrtles Plantation? It's proof that some places on Earth are fundamentally different. Some places remember. Some places don't let go. If you're brave enough to visit any of these places, they're all open to the public. The Whaley House offers tours. The Stanley Hotel has guest rooms. Myrtles Plantation runs overnight paranormal tours. But if you go, just be prepared for the fact that you might not be alone. If this terrified you, which it should have, smash that like button. Comment which haunted house you'd dare to visit. And subscribe, because next week we're exploring the paranormal hotspots that even ghost hunters are too afraid to investigate.